It's July 11th and we're heading to Glacier National Park. Mark made this reservation about 3 months ago, and it seems like you really do need to book a year ahead if you want to get close to the park. We eventually found a place in Bigfork, Montana, about 43 miles from the West Glacier National Park entrance. We're actually meeting our friends Pat and Paul here, and we'll spend the next 10 days in this area. But for 2 nights and 3 days, we'll explore the Glacier National Park and stay in a lodge on the east side and a cabin on the west. And there's more about that in an upcoming video. But for now, we'll be exploring the Flathead Lake area, which actually turned out to be really nice. And seeing this all with friends is kind of like being on vacation from our vacation life. We have arrived at Pine Meadows RV Retreat in Bigfork, Montana. Not this park. We have to take a hard right to get into Pine Meadows. And after talking to the owner, the way Mark understands this park is that it was originally developed as an owner-only private campground park for RVs complete with casitas and concrete pads. But in reality, only a few of them were finished, and the development slowed down and stopped. The current owner, Derek, bought it and is in the process of completing and improving it. Each site does have full hookups. I assume it's called a retreat and not a resort or RV park because it has no bathrooms or shower facilities, no dump station or laundry. You're all on your own. But remember, each site does have full hookups. And right now, it's available for daily, weekly, and monthly rentals, and I'm sure Derek would sell you a spot if the price was right. Whether or not it will become a completely owner-owned park is up for grabs right now, but it really is a nice location.
She thinks I can get in without taking the toll. Okay. Let's see if she knows what she's talking about.
Okay, good. More to the driver's side. Your side, drive this side.
Hey, I'm the driver. I can figure out which side. Actually, I had it wrong. Just so you know, my love, you have me right where I think we should be, left and right. And it's just adjusting for the awning. Good job. I'll give you a reward later.
Is chocolate part of it?
It could be.
So we were trying to get there before Pat and Paul because they had twice as far to drive than we did. And we figured that would be easy. But as you can see, they beat us. And we're already set up. Anyway, the next day we decided to hit one of the bike trails nearby. Here's a pro tip that we have learned the hard way. When others are focusing on something, don't interrupt. Whether it be putting bikes on the rack, hooking up a fifth wheel, or even just setting up your sewer pipes, distractions can cause one to miss a step. We have missed steps before, and as you can see, this time we were a distraction for Paul.
Stop.
Pull next to him. Your bike trailer just switched to the side, so something's not locked.
You know, I thought it was shifted over to one side, sorta.
Yeah. An air mass, a near miss.
So we got 10 days with these people.
I tell you what, it's going to be a riot.
And we're hoping not to get anything dramatic, but something as simple as, $8,000 worth of bikes falling off?
Well, I'm just hoping to survive.
Yeah. Well, thank God it was locked down, huh? Thank God they're insured. Yeah.
So, Sue, will you interview these guys and detain them long enough so I can get going, because we're pretty slow.
We are slow.
Well, I had pushed the bikes up, but I hadn't latched and latched them down like they're supposed to be. And there's the little.
Oh.
Now that's done. And you lift up on that little pin. And then
and that's what we saw.
And that's what.
All right, and there you have it. And there's Mark trying to. He's still unloading.
I got a lot to do. All right.
I suppose you want some help, huh?
This one first.
All right, let's do it.
Sue, do you think just based on the color that I need a new vest?
I went to my TrailLink app and found that there was a trail not too far from where we are in Big Fork. And then I set my Map Your Ride app, and you can see we went about 30 miles. That's 15 out, 15 back, with a few stops, including a nice picnic lunch. And then the next day, we decided to drive around and explore Flathead Lake. Just south of us are a lot of cherry orchards, and then there's a state park right on the lake. We made our way down and around to the bottom, where we actually found a pretty interesting museum, and then had lunch right on the lake. After that, we headed up the west side and took a nice leisurely ride back to our campground. The Flathead Valley is well known for their cherries, and they have more than 120 cherry growers there, and they're said to produce some of the best cherries in the United States. So it's actually the mild lake-influenced climate and the pure waters and the fertile soil that make Flathead cherries the brightest and most flavorful on the earth. That's actually what I read, on the earth. That's a tall claim, but I have to say, they really are good. And therefore, we need to stop and get some. You gonna buy some wine?
They're getting some little pies over there.
Wow, check it out. Cherry wine, blackberry wine. Nice. What we got going in the back? Wow. It's like they're going through the cherries they just picked. And once we bought our cherries, we headed further down south along the lake. Check out these mountains, how hazy they're looking. That's from the fires out west. I really hope this doesn't affect our Glacier National Park visit. We'll see. And now we're going to head a little bit further down south and visit one of the 6 state parks that's on Flathead Lake. And each park offers something a little bit different, from beaches to camping to just lovely day use for picnic areas. I'm not sure if they all have camping, but the Yellow Bay State Park does. However, from what I read, it has only 4 tent sites. And we did see 2 campers in there, but I believe those were owned by the camp hosts.
Oh my God. I don't know what it is, but I had this uncontrolled urge to jump in the water and swim to that point.
Yeah, do it.
Well, we'll pick you up on the other side.
Okay.
We're in Montana, though, and it's a really big lake, so I'm assuming the water is pretty cold. But got my shoes off. We're going to try it. Oh, it's not so bad. Well, I take that back. Oh, it's a refreshing cold plunge. Not something I'd want to stay in for real long, but look at how clear this is. Wow. It's chilly, but this guy doesn't seem to mind it at all.
Okay.
I'm not ready to take a
Honey,
deep, cold plunge.
so I know you're having fun,
I am.
but let's see if you know me. What am I worried about right now?
My camera.
Right.
Whoa!
What's my normal thing that I say?
Give me your camera if you're in the water.
Right. Why don't you give me your camera, because I still remember paying $1,700 for it.
Oh my God.
It would be the end of the YouTube channel.
That's a smart move because there's rocks here and I'm not that steady.
Whoa!
Ooh, oh my gosh! Okay, notice what he just did. Oh my God.
That's what this little south.
Well, at least I dropped it on gravel and not in the water.
Unbelievable. This is refreshing though. You should jump in, Mark. Woo! These rounded rocks are nice, but every now and then there's a sharp one. And now we're heading on a little bit further to the museum in Polson, Montana, called the Miracle of America Museum. Sometimes it's called the Smithsonian of the West.
All museums officially smell the same.
They do.
They
What?
do.
Antique shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is it? The essence of mold and Miracle of America Museum has over 340,000 artifacts and counting. And I guess you could say, you know, especially after seeing it, that it has the stuff of history. And it offers a peek into the past with some things you've never seen before, or you may have no idea what they were even used for. All right, here we go. All the attempts of keeping mice out of your RV.
Wow. And you know what's funny is if you look down in the bottom, you see that black plastic one that looks like a wedge.
Yeah.
That's the one that.
Fourth one from the right. That's what we got in the rig right now.
That's the one that caught the rat.
Yep.
Okay, well, it
the
works.
little
Then.
rat. Yeah.
Yep. But you know what? What's really weird is I don't see in this display the rubber gloves and the pliers you need to pull the rat out.
Oh my gosh. So, why is there a mixer there? Look at that. That's gross. Why would you?
Egg beaters way up
I think it was an opportune place.
Oh, it's a different display. I'm thinking, well, how does that fit in with
It's
catching
not-
a mice?
It's not
Yuck.
like mice pudding, you know. Here, can you build a better egg beater? All the different egg beaters.
He had a big hardware store in that.
This thing here, it said it was folded up. British built their airborne forces. It could be folded up, put in a special container, and airdropped by parachute.
Oh, there. Yeah.
In under 40 seconds, the soldier could remove it from the container, raise and lock the seat in position, raise and lock the handlebars, started by pushing it, and be on his way, capable of 30 miles an hour.
Yes.
Okay.
So you pedal it, and then what? The wheel comes down? Oh my God. Ah, the inventions. Wow, this looks like a motor toboggan for snowmobile.
So this museum, so far, what it has surprised me on is how many things they've had in here that I've never seen before. It's not that I'm that smart and I've been around the block, but we do go to a lot of museums. And maybe I'm not paying attention, and I'm going to ask Paulus, because they're both Harley riders from way back. But if you look at this front light, and you look at the rear tail light, and you see that they're fed by a little hose with a little canister on there, it's obvious that they were run by some type
gas
of
lights. Yeah.
You know, so it's not gasoline.
Well, it's probably kerosene or something like
yeah,
that.
kerosene, and I've never seen that in
Yeah.
a museum.
What year is this?
And
Oh, 1930.
I mean,
I see.
you look at it. There's all sorts of different fluids here. There's probably for lubrication is
Well,
one, and one is gasoline.
This is a radiator. This is a water cooled. There's water jackets around instead of air cooled, so it's water cooled. That was ahead of its time.
yeah, water cooled. Yeah.
Look down here. The crankcase is open. That's the piston rod that
Oh my
connected
God.
to and it runs out. I've never seen anything like that before either.
Or that might just be. Yeah, that really does look like it.
Yeah, I think it's connected to the piston, to the one on this side anyway. I suppose it's the same on the other side.
Look at the look on Mark's face.
Yeah.
He's loving it.
Well, part of that look is amazement. The other one is wouldn't mind a ham sandwich right around now. Oh, hi Sue. Yeah, I ordered a ham sandwich.
Yeah, I can see she's working on that for you. There's actually more going on outside. Let's check it out. Oh my gosh. You've got alien ships. So this is still more behind the museum, and just when you think you've pretty much hit it all, we found this opening. We go in here and there's just more. This just goes on and on. Vehicles and rides of all kind. Yep, bullet holes. Wow. Wow.
So, Paul, tell us what this is, what this thing is, and what that is.
This is the big 4-cylinder engine, the way it looks.
For the Caterpillar.
To power this thing, but in order to start that big motor, you couldn't crank it because it's a diesel and it's under such high compression. So this is the little 2-cylinder, one spark plug, another spark plug. That's the 2-cylinder engine that you'd start and then let it warm up till it would keep running. And then you had a high range and a low range. And when it was real cold outside, you put it in low range to spin the engine a few times to get it loosened up. And then you'd put it into high range, and then you had your throttle and your shift lever to put it into gear,
right,
to engage it, kind of like the Bendix on a starter,
right,
to engage the gears. And then here's your left turn clutch. So you pull this lever back.
So the point of this was not to educate everybody on what's happening here. I just wanted to go on record here that if the world goes downhill in a handbasket, I'm going to hook up with Paul because he's going to be like Mad Max and he's going to know how to fix all this stuff.
And we're out of here.
And within a year or so, we're going to be under power again and we're going to be RVing.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, maybe.
Maybe.
But we won't be in a hurry with these.
Yeah. We then ended our day of touring with lunch at Falling Waters Bar and Grill in the casino right on the lake. But then tomorrow, we're heading for the historic downtown of Bigfork. So we're actually in Bigfork, Montana, and when we went to the visitor center, we were told to check out the downtown. Very cute, quaint, touristy, but old buildings, love it.
All right, let's see if we can get a new hat and a new t-shirt.
One of our scores here was finding the Lake Bake Bakery and Coffee Cafe. We enjoyed it so much, we actually came back another day.
But did you guys get to do it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, cute.
So, Sue, you want a little pro tip for the crowd here?
Pro tip.
This is the anatomy of different cinnamon rolls. And since I'm a connoisseur, you'll notice that I'm savoring it and I'm checking the note out. Whereas Paul, on the other hand,
He's digging right
is
in.
Killing
he's
it.
diving into that thing so quick that he's going to get all sticky.
Cinnamon rolls don't age well. You got to eat them when they're hot.
But I want to show folks that if you love the person you're with, and I do love Sue, that if you're sharing this, the man eats this part of it, but the woman gets
Ooh, I get the doughy part.
what do we call that?
It's the cork.
It's the cork.
Yeah,
This is the cork. You save that for the one you love.
I'll let you know if he really does do that.
What are you eating, Sue?
Mark really did give me the cork. Look how doughy that is.
I know, we like those.
Ah, we do.
Hey, I'll notice you got a new hat. What the heck is that?
Hip Juice. My nephew and sister and niece started a business in Manitowoc, Wisconsin. HIP stands for Hippocrates, the philosopher who said, "Let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food." So they're juicing some really healthy from organic vegetables and fruits. And
Wow. And that's
yeah.
in
Plus it's hip. I'm hip.
it's Manitowoc, Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
And
Yeah, if you're ever in Manitowoc, Wisconsin, it's the only place you can get it right now. Cheers.
so, Sue, one of the things that I've been doing since I've been here at Bigfork, I've been trying to look for the best t-shirt shop, and I think I found it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, Guess you can read well. That's good, Mark. Let's do it. All right, you didn't get a T-shirt, but look where you were.
What's wrong with me when I go into a T-shirt store
You come out with?
and end up with a cheese slicer? And you'll notice the Chan Man bought one with no moving parts, stainless steel, super bomb-proof, $22.50.
Worth every penny.
Well, you can't put something like
Well,
this.
you just can't screw up something like that.
Well, not only that, this is Dutch Star quality.
There you go.
There you go. There you go.
Wow,
Oh,
you look nice, Sue.
you got a sundress on for a change.
Where are you going?
So tonight we got, oh, here come our friends. Got something special going on. We're going to the Bigfork Summer Playhouse. We're going to see a play. I forgot what it's called.
It's
We'll put it right here. Here's our friends now picking us up.
yeah, but show them the really good thing, honey.
It's a good thing.
Look at the way the Chan Man is.
He's all dressed up.
No shorts,
What?
no hat,
Hair combed.
hair combed, slicked back with,
He's got his going out look.
and there's the folks driving us around. We don't even have to know where we're going. But you know what I'm going to do right now?
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to lock the door and I'm going to turn off the water. You turn off your water, Paul? Of course.
And the play was actually really enjoyable, very professionally done. Then the next day is our planning day.
Wholesome breakfast.
And we started out the day at one of our other favorite cafes, the Echo Lake Cafe, which we've been to a couple times. If you're in the area, really should check it out.
You could tell it's a great place when it's good enough that I have to buy it. Yeah. And if this meal is as good as the last one, I'm going to get a tattoo.
And then we continued planning for the next 2 nights and 3 days in Glacier National Park. Stay tuned for that video. That'll be coming up soon. In the meantime, thanks for watching. And if you haven't already subscribed, do that. Also hit the bell for the next video that we put out. See you in the next video.